If you have too much negative rear camber on your Volvo P3 car, this is the control arm that's responsible for the camber. You can buy adjustable aftermarket ones, but if you want to fix this on the cheap, we can actually remove this nut here. It's welded, but we can break it off with a breaker bar or an angle grinder. Be careful with the brake lines. And then we can file the holes in this metal part to make sure we can pull the top of this wheel a little bit outwards, like 1 millimeter or 2. It should be fine. So let's do that. I'll remove this bolt and then I'll break this one free. This is 15 millimeter, the other side is 18, but as it is still welded, it's removable from one side only. I've also jacked up the car underneath the control arm to keep the center to the wheel arch the same when we tighten this back up again, as it is when all four wheels are on the ground, because this bushing will be under load otherwise. I'll use this, put this back in just to stabilize everything when we break this other one free. I hope I can break it free with the breaker bar and not have to use the angle grinder. Yeah, the welds are giving up. Perfect. There we go. Careful with the motor for the parking brake. Later, when we assemble everything, a little bit of thread locker on this bolt is needed. Preferably replace this bolt. I'll use this to hold the control arm down when I file the holes a little bit larger. I'll just use a round file and run it back and forth here until you reach the millimeter or 2. So I'll speed this up for you. And it is important to file the inside because you want the wheel to come outward. So it takes a little bit of thinking to not get this wrong, because it is a little bit counterintuitive. But file the inside of the holes to make sure you can pull the top of the wheel outward. So I've filed the hole and I put the bolt in. And we can put the nut on. Now we can see that it can move 1 millimeter or 2. There we go. If I manage to get this car into the alignment shop, I can show you the before and after, and we can compare what it did actually. I think it has done a degree probably. It was -2 degrees roughly on both sides before, and if I come close to 1 degree negative camber in the rear, I'm happy. Here is the wheel alignment done 6 months ago, and we can see that the rear right camber is -2 degrees and the rear left camber is -1 degree and 34 minutes. And now after I've filed these holes open, I've done the realigned again in the same shop. Now we are at -1 degree 13 minutes on the right and -1 degree and 03 minutes on the left. So now we are actually within the spec that will not wear tires according to my wheel alignment guy. Now let's hope the bolt doesn't come loose or anything. But this should work to keep the tires from wearing out on the inside. Thank you so much for watching.